Hello and welcome in tonight's news. Foreign Minister Ayman Safadi calls for a ceasefire in Gaza and diffusing regional escalation during the 51st session of the Council of Foreign Ministers of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. The Public Security Directorate confirms drone crashes and suspicious object sightings across several Jordanian governorates. And Israeli strikes on Gaza have killed more than 200 Palestinians, with more than 1,000 others injured in the past 48 hours. Welcome again. Foreign Minister Ayman Safadi took part in the 51st session of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, held under the name OIC in a Changing World, where he emphasized the urgent need for a permanent ceasefire in Gaza. Safadi reiterated Jordan's position, calling for an end to the Israeli aggression, the illegal measures in the occupied West Bank, and the attacks against Syria and Lebanon, stressing that peace requires ending the occupation and implementing the two-state solution. Earlier, Safadi chaired an extraordinary Arab League ministerial meeting in Istanbul to discuss the Israeli aggression against Iran and its implications for regional stability. On the sidelines of both meetings, Safadi held wide-ranging discussions with foreign ministers from Algeria, Syria, Iran, Azerbaijan, Uzbekistan, and others to strengthen regional cooperation on political and humanitarian priorities. The Public Security Directorate, PSD, reported multiple incidents across Jordan this morning, including a drone crash in northern Mafraq and other objects falling in several governorates, causing no injuries but resulting in property damage. In Ramtha's Dnebe area, debris damaged a home and a vehicle, prompting immediate intervention by specialized security and military units to investigate each event. The PSD urges citizens to avoid approaching any suspicious object that may be dangerous and urge them to report such findings through the 911 emergency line and allowed authorities to handle the investigation safely. Over to Gaza, where the Jordanian Aid Campaign, in partnership with the Jordan Hashemite Charity Organization, carried out a humanitarian project to distribute fresh bread to displaced families in Al-Mawasi, Khan Yunis, amid severe food shortages in southern Gaza. The effort targeted shelters and densely populated areas, housing thousands who fled their homes due to recent escalations in the city, aiming to address urgent nutritional needs in hard-hit communities. The campaign teams emphasized that the operation was designed to reach the largest number of families possible, ensuring timely and fresh bread delivery as part of broader ongoing relief initiatives across Gaza. The Israeli strikes on Gaza have killed more than 200 Palestinians, with more than 1,000 others injured in the past 48 hours. According to the Gaza Health Ministry, many victims remain trapped under rubble or in streets inaccessible to emergency and civil defense crews due to ongoing hostilities. The total death toll since October 2023 has now reached over 55,900, with more than 131,800 injured. The ministry also reported that at least 450 Palestinians' deaths and over 3,400 injuries were among those waiting for humanitarian aid since distribution centers became operational. The United Nations Relief and Works Agency, UNRWA, issued a warning today that Gaza is facing a dangerously critical fuel shortage, threatening the continuation of humanitarian aid and medical services. In a statement posted on X, UNRWA said humanitarian operations could come to a complete halt if fuel access is not immediately restored, calling for the urgent lifting of the blockade and the opening of crossings. Meanwhile, Israeli forces opened fire on crowds waiting for humanitarian aid in Gaza, killing 11 Palestinians and injuring many others. Medical sources confirmed that 6 individuals were shot dead and at least 10 wounded near a distribution site west of Rafah, southern Gaza, while 5 more were killed at the Mertes Junction in the central part of the Strip. Iran's health ministry announced that 430 people have been killed and over 3,500 injured nationwide since Israeli airstrikes began, with the latest Israeli attacks including a major strike on Haifa. In response, Iran launched retaliatory strikes deep into Israeli territory. According to Iranian media sources, Iranian authorities arrested 22 individuals in Qom over the past 8 days, accusing them of collaborating with Israeli intelligence services and inciting public unrest. This follows earlier reports of 24 other suspects detained for espionage and attempts to damage the country's image. U.S. President Donald Trump said that Iran had a maximum of 2 weeks to avoid possible U.S. airstrikes, indicating he could make a decision before the fortnight deadline he set a day earlier. Trump added that he wasn't inclined to stop Israel attacking Iran because it was winning and was dismissive of European efforts to mediate an end to the conflict. The U.S. president stated that Iran refuses constructive dialogue with Europe and said the U.S. will not ask Israel to stop military actions, even as Tehran rejects resuming talks without de-escalation from Israel. That's it for tonight. Thank you for watching.